My name is Lauren Brzezinski, and I'm assuming that you are watching this because someone on my team, or maybe I myself, have um, talked to you about coaching because we saw something in you that we really thought would be good, or that you could use to encourage other women, or just to really carry out our team mission, which I'll share a little bit more about here in a little bit. Just to let you know a little bit more about me, I am Lauren Brzezinski. Like I said, I am the founder of the Team United Legacy, and we are just a team of women who are trying to make other women's lives better, because this has also helped us live better lives. So if you know anything about me, I'm married to Josh Brzezinski. We've been married for 7 years in June, which is crazy. We have two little boys, John, who is 3.5, and Hank, who is 2, or will be 2 in June on our anniversary. He stole our anniversary. Still can't believe that. And we live in Paducah, Kentucky. We lived here for 2 years, almost 3 years actually. And I'm from Murray, personally, Murray, Kentucky. He's from Paducah, where we are now. But we just moved back from there, and he's teaching at a local high school, and I'm staying at home with our boys, and obviously doing this as a career in the pockets of my day when I have time, from momming and all the other responsibilities a housewife has that I love. So anyways, there's a little bit about me. I'll share a lot more later, but I'll go ahead and get to the slides here just so we can get started. All right, and this always takes me a second to get to the right window. All right, so this is the slideshow that I'll be using for today, and it's never big enough, but that's just the way that technology is. So here's what we'll be covering. This is probably the best question you have, is what is a Beachbody coach? What is Team United Legacy within Beachbody coaching? What's required to become a coach on our team? What do you have to do, which I'm adding this one in. What do you have to pay? What do you have to do to be a coach? And then how do you get paid as a coach? We'll cover normal hesitations and questions like, what if you're not a salesperson? Is this a pyramid scheme? The dreaded pyramid scheme. What if you don't know enough people? What if you're not fit enough or healthy enough or knowledgeable enough to do this? And all of that. So I already told you my background on who I am, who I'm married to, and our boys. So you know that this story ends well when I start. Well, ends as well as it can. All right, so Josh and I got married in 2011, but we were doing great. We were having a good time as a married couple, just like going and traveling places and just being together, and just how it is when you're newlywed, if you've been married before. And we were totally blindsided at the beginning of 2013. We were absolutely not planning on starting our family yet. I had just started my first year teaching at the local high school in Murray, one of the local high schools at Callaway County High School. And he was a teacher there too. So we were just like the cool young couple, I guess, and just having a really fun time just being me and him. And so in February of 2013, I got a call from my gynecologist. I thought I was having thyroid issues. She said, no, you're not having thyroid issues. You're pregnant. I was like, oh my gosh, we were not planning on getting pregnant. But we were. And so immediately I went from crazy shock to super excited, could not wait. I was so pumped to have this baby, and this baby to be a surprise, and all these things that go along with being pregnant. And I told Josh, and he went from being freaked out for 5 seconds to being absolutely ecstatic to be a dad. So we called our gynecologist back, and we set up an appointment, and we were going to come, and she thought we were around eight weeks pregnant. And we show up, and we get there, and the baby does not have a heartbeat. And so our world was absolutely shattered. We had gone from not being totally happy where we were. This is what was the bizarre part of that psychology, the whole thing of it. We were so happy with who we were and where we were, and so content in where we were in life. And then when we found out this baby was coming, we were so thrilled, and then we lost it. And the thing is nothing in our life had changed. Like, we were still in the same situation. We were still this young married couple, yet at the same time, everything changed. And so my world was shattered. His world was shattered. And he, they tell you every time that this happens, they'll say, oh, this happens more often than you, this is the doctors speaking and other people too. This happens a lot more than you think, and it's just part of it. And you're just like, okay, so it's supposed to make me feel better. And then they'll say, and it's nothing you did wrong. There's nothing about what you did that was wrong. This just happens sometimes. But as a mom I'm just going to lay it out straight for you. I felt like a walking grave. I felt horrible. I felt miserable. So when you feel that way, you're not going to listen when people say it's not your fault. So I researched and started eating clean, because I was like, well, okay, so nutrition has a lot to do with everything. Let's eat clean. And up until this point, y'all, I was a calorie counter. I was strict with it, and I stuck with it, but I was very restricted by food, very restricted, and did that deprivational dieting thing. And so I could stay small, but it was just small because I wasn't feeding myself enough food, not because I was feeding myself the right food. So I go into this crazy clean eating mode. And then in November, we find out we're pregnant again. I'm like, this is going to work. Like, we are going to have this baby. I've been eating clean. Like, I'm taking care of myself. We are going to have this baby. And then not even a few hours, literally, after taking that pregnancy test, I knew that I had miscarried, and my body was already starting to do the things your body does when you miscarry. And so I was like, just once again, world shattered, devastated. Life was over. The most confused season of any woman's life is when she has a miscarriage like that. And I shouldn't say any, but you know what I mean. Like, it was the most confused I'd ever been, and just hurt and sad and lost. So then, as you can see here, in 2014, the Lord is good. He is faithful. And what I ended up finding out after that second miscarriage was that, thank God for this nurse, she tested me for MTHFR, which is a genetic mutation, which meant, as simple as this is, that I couldn't absorb folic acid, which is what is in almost all food. So I had to completely clean up my diet even more than I had already cleaned it up. And I had to start taking this one little supplement. And praise the Lord, we had our first son in December of 2014. So there was our world was rocked, lots of heartache, and then bring on 2014, we had this baby. Then bring on 2015. I'm telling you, there's lots of ups and downs. 2015, I am ecstatic. I am this mom. And once again, my world is rocked, not by miscarriage, but by motherhood. So here I am, and y'all, the guilt was real. Here I was, this new mother of this baby that I had fought tooth and nail for. I had watched every morsel that went in my mouth for, and I didn't enjoy being a stay-at-home mom with him. I was lonely. I was sad. I was miserable. I couldn't find a routine that worked for either of us. I had gone from being around people and having conversations all day to being isolated with a baby that couldn't talk back to me. Loved him to death, but I went from two totally different environments, and once again, I was shocked. And so bring on more anxiety, bring on what I believe was a small degree of depression. And praise the Lord, a friend reached out to me and said, hey, I know you've always been healthy, so I thought maybe you'd like to look into this. And when she says, I know you'd always been healthy, I'd always maintained a certain weight. And I'd always ran to make sure that I maintained that certain weight. So she knew that I at least valued that, even though I didn't know what I was doing. And so then, and also I should note, there was like that last 5 to 10 pounds that I could not get rid of that baby weight. And that is part of the reason, y'all, when you don't fit in your clothes and you can't afford to buy new ones, it's just a miserable feeling every day to get dressed. You don't want to wake up. You don't want to get all pretty and put on clothes that don't fit and yet you're just hanging over. You just don't want to do that. It ruins every single day, as pitiful as that sounds. And so when she reached out, I was like, oh no, this is not what I want. I do not want to drink this Shakeology stuff. I know what I'm doing. I will just buckle down and do it. And pride stepped in big time. And within 6 weeks, I had ordered this challenge pack from her because I realized that I was just being prideful and that I didn't need what she was talking about. And so then within 21 days of that program, the 21-day fix, I had lost the baby weight. I felt healthier than I had since before I had John, and I felt awesome. At the end of that 21 days, I found out I was pregnant again, which was awesome, but yet again a shock. And but we were so excited to have these little babies so close together. And then when we found out he was a boy, we were just thrilled that these brothers would be so close. And so all of 2017 was all about building belief and confidence in this business. In 2016 as well, was just all about building belief and confidence in this business, because to be honest with you guys, I did not believe in this business at first. I believe that it worked for me. I did not believe in my ability to build it as a business, and I did not believe in just MLMs, to be honest with you. But I'll talk about that. So today, obviously, things have changed quite a bit. I earn an income for my family while I spend time with them. Most mind-blowing thing I've ever heard of. That doesn't happen in the real world, but this is the real world, and I'm telling you, it can happen. I pay off my student loan debt that I'm not using anymore. So I'm doing that with this business. I believe this is the best part to me, is that my belief in my abilities and capabilities and God-given talents are real and are valuable in the eyes of my Creator. And so I get to use that to help others. I'm healthier than I've ever been, and I'm a mom of 2 young boys, and that doesn't happen. I'm telling you guys, like, moms, I see them martyr themselves for the sake of motherhood all the time, but I don't feel that way. Like, I take care of myself, and because of that, my kids get the best of me, and my husband as well. And then I'm also surrounded by a team of women with the same beliefs who encourage me and support me in this. So it's awesome. Now, let me talk just quickly, because I know this is, the stuff that you kind of glaze over with. But let me talk quickly about Team Beachbody in itself. So if you're going to work for a company, you need to know its foundations and its mission. So in 1998, John Congdon and Carl Daikeler founded Beachbody to help, and this is still their mission, is to help people live more healthy and fulfilling lives. The network part of this, so what we do as coaches, did not begin until 2007. The networking part was never part of the company's vision in the beginning. They just loved workout. They loved fitness and health and making it easy for people. And so they created these programs and they sold it. So P90X was one of the first ones that people really, really loved and are familiar with. But in 2007, the company realized that these coaches were coaching kind of organically. Like, these coach groups and challenge groups just started happening, and people were creating forums on the internet. And even though these coaches weren't making any money, they were still doing it. And so they started reaching out to the company, and they're like, we would love to do this and get paid for it if possible. And so Beachbody, looked over it and over and over, and finally decided to launch the coaching network, or the multi-level marketing portion of this, in 2007. And then later, Team Beachbody Live was launched, which that is how you can get certified to actually teach these classes at local gyms. I actually was PIO Live certified, and I went to a local gym here in Paducah and did that for a while, but it just didn't work out for my family's schedule. I need to be home. I just do. I need to be home with my boys and present with my boys. So yes, Beachbody, Creator, P90X, 21-Day Fix, Body Beast, PIO, TurboFire, Size, T25, now 80-Day Obsession. And now, even better, in my opinion, like the best one is 2B Mindset that just came out, because it really deals with real issues that people have with nutrition and food. So those are those awesome programs you hear about all the time. Shakeology it's not a protein shake. People call it a protein shake. That's not what it is. It's the nutritional shake that we have developed to help fill in nutritional gaps And so as a coach, we drink that every single day. I can't tout its benefits enough. I have so much energy. Once again, I'm a mom of 2 toddlers. To have energy is unheard of, but I get that thanks in part to Shakeology, because it fills those gaps and also keeps me from craving all the bad things. I still crave them, but I can say no to them much more easily when I've had my Shakeology for the day. And it actually fuels me with real food. And then the Ultimate Reset and 3-Day Refresh, that's our detox program, sort of detox. We call them cleanses because they're not fully detoxes. Then we have the Beachbody Performance line with our supplements for people that are really into sports and athletics and performance, obviously performance line. The boosts, which are like greens that you can add to your Shakeology or shakes. There's a focus, one that helps you focus better with all natural ingredients. We have some good stuff developed by really nutritionally minded people. And then Daily Sunshine, that's our kids shake, which has been a lifesaver for me with my picky 2-year-old. It's been awful, but this has made it much better. And then we launched Beachbody On Demand a few years ago, whenever we realized that this is the internet and this is the way the world's going. And so this is our Netflix of workouts. So any program Beachbody has ever created is on Beachbody On Demand. And I love it. I stream it to my TV. It's on my phone. I can get it from my computer, all the programs. So that's been absolutely a game changer. All right. So here is specifically within Beachbody, we have our coach networks. And so in those networks we have teams. Our team is the Team United Legacy. And I'll tell you a little bit about that. So I created that name because I wanted us to live united. I wanted us to do all of this on a united front. And I wanted us to be able to do that so that we can leave a legacy. I've already seen, and Josh has told me even, that this has made the biggest difference in our family. This coaching thing that I do has made the biggest difference. And he honestly said to me the other day, I almost cried, but he was like, Lauren, there is no telling how unhealthy I would be if it wasn't for you. And he said, you've changed the course of our family by doing this. And I hear that from other coaches on our team. And so when I say, we're leaving a legacy, we really are. We are teaching true health and a true healthy mindset about health, and not just, stay small and skinny and look good like society tells you to. This is about true health. So Team United Legacy is our team name. Our mission, our goal as a team is to live intentionally and purposefully. We inspire each other to live brave lives because we believe that God has called us to do just that in Proverbs 31. When I read Proverbs 31, I get so empowered because it's not just this sweet little mother that walks around the house and kisses boo-boos, which she does. But y'all, she gets up before the sun gets up and she works. She provides food. It says that she seeks wool and flax to work with willing hands. I mean, this woman was an entrepreneur. It says she considers a field. She considers even an opportunity like this. She considers it and she buys it, and she perceives that her merchandise is profitable. I kid you not, that's what it says. And so I read that and I was like, she was a powerful, enabled woman empowered by God to go out and do these things with wisdom and understanding. And I just really caught the vision for that for our team. Yes, we are stay-at-home mothers. Yes, we are women who support our husbands. Yes, we are daughters who are loyal to our fathers and our mothers. But God gave us skills and talents to use them. I'm not some feminist over here raising my flag, but women are important. We are special. And I think society, if anything, Satan wants to silence us. I really believe that because God created us special and unique. And I'm afraid that feminism is ruining that, is blinding us to that, but also being silent blinds us to that. So no, I'm not over here creating this movement to overpower men, but I am creating a movement to show women that they're valuable and they're capable, and they, just like our team name says, they are capable of leaving a legacy in the lives of their kids and their husbands and other women as well. So we believe, like it says under there, we believe that women of God have a unique ability and a calling to encourage other women, Through his enabling power and grace, we are wise and capable business owners who make a lasting difference for the kingdom of God. This is more about bikini bodies. This is about you can't serve people well if you're not healthy. And so we stay healthy so we can serve and enjoy the life God has given us. Now, our vision as a team is to unite and become leaders within our company as we pursue our mission to live bravely as women of God. How powerful is it for us to become leaders in a company where we love God and He is who we treasure over the success and over the bodies and over all of the things. So as you join our team, you'll be given the training you need to become a leader, like I said, as we work side by side to help others become healthy and also help others create a life they live on purpose. Can't think of anything I want to do more. So let's talk about because this is what my big hang up was with MLMs. Let's talk about options of what you can do as a career, and I'll brush over this quickly. You could go to college. That costs an average, and I'm not bashing on college here, but it was not a positive experience for me. I will say that. It costs an average of $33,000 over a 4-year adventure with no guarantee of a job after graduation. You are with a degree, but that does not guarantee you a job in this crazy dog-eat-dog world. Once again, I'll get to that in a little bit later. A franchise, you could buy that, and you have a little bit better option there, I guess. But you can go with the average cost is about $20,000 to $35,000, and the average annual profit of a franchise owner's business is around $82,000, which is really good. But it's pretty much capped off around there. You can't really go much higher on a franchise because it's still just a one-spot business doing one thing that is governed by another employer, technically, or owner. So, and then you can just go get a job. You'll have an hourly or set salary wages. The average salary in 2016 was $55,000 plus some change, and you got an average of 11 paid vacation days per year, which is nothing. That's nothing. And so I look at these options and I'm like, I mean, if I had to pick one, I'd probably go with franchise, but I don't like these options, to be honest with you. And so let's compare, because I think franchising is the best option here since we're talking about owning a business. Let's compare those with coaching. So with a franchise, you risk ranging from about $10,000 to $200,000 depending on what you buy. And a lot of franchisees actually have to mortgage their homes to be able to purchase that franchise, which scares the life out of me. With a coach, you sign up for $39.95, which is actually waived if you buy a challenge pack, which you are going to want anyway. And then after that, you pay $15.95 a month just to keep your coaching status. And what that actually pays for is your website and the links and the customer service that you get for your customers, because we don't actually keep any inventory. They ship it all out for us. So that's what that's paying for each month, which is a crazy good deal. I look at it as rent. Like if I was doing a franchise, I'd have to pay rent on a building. $15.95 is a lot cheaper than a $1,000 rent bill per month that these other franchises have to buy. And then if you're a military veteran, you don't have to pay that fee, by the way. You still get the discounts and you still get the coach, you still get paid, but you don't have to pay that $15.95 fee. So the advantages of a franchise owner is they take big action because they have a lot more riding on it than a Beachbody coach does. But the advantage the advantage of a Beachbody coach is the low startup cost. However, some people treat it like a hobby because it's such a good deal. And so since there's not as much riding on it, they don't work it as hard as they could. And so that's one thing you have to keep in mind is that $15.95 fee, you need to pretend like it's that $1,000 rent fee so that you can work as hard as a franchisee would work. All right. A benefit into buying a franchise is you buy into an established brand like Panera or Sweet CC's or something that people know. The benefit of coaching is you're also buying into an established brand. Beachbody was an established brand before coaches existed. So you are buying into something that is well worth what people know it's worth. And so with franchising, the company takes care of the mainstream marketing and takes the risk of new product testing and development. Same thing with Beachbody. And they actually do tons of marketing for us as coaches because it benefits them and it benefits us. So they put coaches on high priority and they advertise for us. I actually get customers all the time that I didn't even have them, like I never talked to this customer. They just show up on my customer list because Beachbody puts them there because they came to Beachbody's marketing. It's called a lead. So they just give you customers even if you didn't actually talk to that person to help them purchase or buy anything or sign up. So Beachbody takes care of us big time. With a franchise, you have to use the marketing materials that they give you to use. You cannot really break free of that. Like if you think about Qdoba, like Qdoba can't just go make their own sign. They have to get it from their franchise. With coaching, you can do, which that's a typo right there, I'm just now seeing. But with coaching, you can, you are the brand. So you get to choose however you want to market this. Like for me, as an example, is I believe fitness is given to us, is a gift to us from God. So I like to market it that way. Beachbody doesn't market it that way, but because this is my business through Beachbody, I can market it how I want as long as it's true. Obviously, I can't say that, Shakeology leads you to pots of gold. Like I can't tell you that. But as long as it's true, you can market it however you want. You can create it. So if you have this cool vision, like you can market it that way. And then what's also really cool about a coaching business versus a franchise is that your success is linked not only to your own efforts, but the success of your team. So like if my team does better, then I'm more successful. If I help my team become more successful, which is what they want to be more successful, I in turn am also more successful. So this is truly a team effort. And I love that. I love what God has shown me about leadership and just growing as a leader and helping other women achieve their goals. All right, so what do we actually do? So what is the daily actions of a Beachbody coach? I can show you this in more detail with I have a daily action tracker that I use. So the biggest thing we do is we inspire as we share our own transformations. Obviously, you don't have to post pictures of yourself in a sports bra on the internet. There are different ways you can do this. But that's the biggest one, is just showing how you were before, what has Beachbody done to help you reach whatever goal it was that you had. Maybe it was more energy. Maybe it was a couple inches lost. Maybe it was muscle growth, just whatever your goal is. We invite our friends and family to begin their journey with us. That's the big thing is, inviting sounds so scary, but if you believe in what you're doing, inviting is easy. It is easy. And also I teach you how to do that. I teach you how to craft your story and how to invite in a way that's authentic and real to you in a way that no one else is inviting. We grow as a person through personal development. That is something I never did prior to Beachbody, but we, not only as a team do we do things together sometimes for personal development, but we buy books that help us grow in a certain area, help us step out of our comfort zone, that show us what being an entrepreneur is all about. Things that have really, really helped us grow. That's what personal development is. And so that's been really good, just to have that extra push, just to be a better me every day, apart from my Bible studies that I do. So I do my Bible studies every morning, and then I move to personal development as soon as I finish my Bible study. So it's different from that. So then we spread positivity and encouragement. My mission every day is to add value to everyone I meet. And it's done through social media, a lot of it, because like I said, I'm here with my boys. I don't get to leave the house a lot. And if I do, I've got them to take care of, so I'm a little distracted. But that is our goal, is we add value every single day in some way. How does it work? Here's that pyramid structure. You begin working on your transformation and share it. That's all you do. It will inspire others to begin their own transformation. I can't tell you how many messages a day I get that they're like, I just love watching your Instagram stories or whatever it is because it's so inspiring, and thank you so much for sharing this. And I'm like, then that conversation always pretty much snowballs into them joining a challenge or them becoming a coach. And then that will inspire more, and that will inspire more. And if there's not a fast track to this, this is just a natural, organic thing that we do. So you inspire through people, they inspire through people. That's how it goes. You live courageously how you are being helped with these programs and with this nutrition, and then it pays forward to other people who need the same thing. Now, here's where I'm like, oh, that's a pyramid structure, like stay away from the pyramid structure, right? That's where my mind went. I did not sign up as a coach for a long time because I was like, I'm not doing this. You only want me to help you, right? And I was like, I'm not doing this. And plus, I'm not sure if this is smart for my family financially. And so Josh and I researched and thought and researched, and I talked to my parents and I researched, and over and over and over. And even after I became a coach, I was still like, I'm just not sure about this. I'm not sure. So that's part of the reason why my business grew so slowly, is I wanted to make 100% sure if I was inviting anyone into this, that I was going to invite them into something that was real and sustainable and authentic. So here's the other structure. Are you ready for this? It's the same. It's the same structure. There's not a secret or surprise here. So I'll give the example of when I worked at a school system, okay? So this would be the superintendent, and this would be the principals, and this would be the department heads, and this is the teachers. And look at us. We are at the bottom of the pyramid. But, you don't feel that way about that then, because that's a normal part of life. Like, you start the low man on the totem pole. Well, that's with any business. So my big thing with starting a multi-level marketing network is no, because if I start, I'm the low man on the totem pole, and I'm not going to get paid as much as you get paid, and I'm going to be working for you, and I don't want to do that. Y'all, that's any business. And that's what, to me, and I'm not getting attitude with you, I'm getting attitude with me here. I was like so against it, and then I started looking at every single other business out there, and that's the same thing. You start low man on the totem pole, and you work your way up with consistency and hard work. And it is the exact same thing with the multi-level marketing network, or with Beachbody, or any of these. And so that really encouraged me, to be honest. I thought, well, all I have to do is stick with it. All I have to do is do what I know I'm supposed to be doing, and work hard, and be honest, and be authentic, and share this. And that's how you work your way up to CEO. And so that's now that's what I share with people like you who are thinking about joining a team, where you're like, oh, I'm not sure about this. And I'm like, I was the biggest skeptic of the pyramid scheme and having to pay that $15.95 fee and what are all these things. But really that's how business works. That's how entrepreneurship works. My son just walked in. All right, so here's how it all comes together. We use nutrition and fitness and support, and that is what a coach does. We first learn how to balance our nutrition using the Simple Container System, or 2B Mindset, and Shakeology, and then we teach others how to do the same in our challenge groups. We run these monthly challenges. So this is a support right here. We run these monthly challenge groups that allow us to keep up with our challengers and provide encouragement and tips and tricks to enhance their lives in all aspects, not just in health and fitness. And then, of course, with the fitness aspect, because that's what we are all about, we have the most amazing programs on the market. We offer over $6,000 worth of programs for only $99 a year. And we are proud of what we can offer others to get in the best shape of their lives for less than a gym membership. Now, here is the big, another big red flag for people is having to sell stuff. So as Beachbody coaches, we do not just get on the internet, and our main goal is not just to sell stuff to make money. And I'm going to be totally honest here. I see a lot of network marketing companies that come out with new things just to keep up with the other network marketing companies, or keep up with the trends. And Beachbody doesn't do that. We know what works, and we know what's real. And so this is not just stuff. Like, this is not just, all right, we got something else rolling out, let's throw it out to the social media. Let's throw it out to our old customers. Try to get them back. Try to get them to buy this new fad thing. Like, we share what's real. And so just by sharing, like I said earlier, just by sharing what is really going to work in the lives of other people, it just naturally happens. And I will offer, like I said, as your coach, as your team leader, I will be offering you training on how to craft your story and how to make it real for other people and how to engage other people in a way that's real and authentic, and not just showing up in their inboxes and saying, hey, you need to buy this stuff because I got to make money. Because that's not what this is about. This is about you making yourself a healthy priority and then helping others do the same. It's just been the gift that keeps on giving. All right, so let's talk money though. Okay, so yes, this is not about money. This whole first part of this presentation was all about people and how we can help them. But just like with any other job, when you help people, it's okay to make money doing that. Doctors help people, teachers help people. Everyone can make money doing what they love, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing shameful in making money in what you do. So this is the real income progression of another coach on our team, who's actually in my uplines team. Her name's Keisha Fitzgerald. You can go check her out on Instagram or Facebook. But in 2014 is when she started, and she was just a 1-star diamond, which I'll explain all those ranks and things later on as we get started. But her income in 2014 was $2,427.93. And I'll be honest with you guys, she started with much more of an understanding on this than I did. She was a step ahead in her Instagram game. When I started Beachbody coaching, I hadn't used Instagram in 3 years other than just liking people's pictures. I didn't post my own pictures. I wasn't on there using hashtags. I was just on there scrolling through my friends liking their pictures. I did not use it actively. This girl already knew what she was doing when she started. Now I know what I'm doing, and now I'm getting there, but it took me a lot longer than she did. And in 2015, by that next year, she was making $16,000 a month. So that is just how this business works. In no other business than multi-level marketing, preferably Beachbody, no other business can you double, triple, quadruple your income in a year. This is it. With franchising, you're going to have ups and downs, but you're pretty much going to top off at a certain point. With your job, you're going to, if you go to college and get a job, you're going to top off at a certain point. With Beachbody, it's all based on how hard you work, how much time you put in, how much you are truly loving other people and helping and caring for other people, how much you're growing into a leader to help those women who are also helping other people. And this girl actually worked at Google and was way high up there and ended up quitting. Now for me, like I said, I was a much slower learner, and I started at a much lower place than what Keisha did in terms of knowing social media and how all this worked. But I am currently making, I'll just be totally upfront and honest with you, I'm always making more, or at least right at $1,000 a month. And I've been coaching since basically the beginning of 2016, and then I stepped back. Here's why this is my biggest problem. I stepped back because I had a baby and my hormones went crazy. And so then I had to start building my business again at the beginning of last year. So I've really only been coaching for about a year and a half, even though I've been doing all these programs and loving Shakeology for 2.5 years, almost 3 years. So there's that, just so you guys know. But let's see, you make the rules with this, all right? So as far as coaching goes, you can become a discount coach. Let's say you go through all of this and you're like, that's great, but I think I just want Shakeology at a discount. So you just want to become a discount coach. You make 0 sales and you save $16 a month that way. Perfectly fine. And also additional 25% on anything else you want from Beachbody. If you want to be a hobby coach, that's someone that loves the products, enjoys sharing them with others, enjoys encouraging people as they go through their fitness journey, and they appreciate some extra spending cash for doing what they love. It's not going to pay like a business, but here and there you'll get some money here in your inbox, in your bank account, as you share this and sell these challenge packs and lead others through their fitness. Or you can be a business building coach, which is what I am. I am everything a hobby coach is, except for I go all in and I make this a full-time job so that I can have a full-time income with this, because my family truly, genuinely needs it to survive. Otherwise, my husband is a teacher, and the teachers' salaries are not as much as we wish they were. And so I have to do this in order to stay home with my kids. I have to make income in some way. So this is how I believe God wants me to do that, which I can tell you more about at some time, how he made this clear to me. But I'll save it for another time. And then you can build a life of freedom with time and money. Like I said, I work this into the pockets of my day, into the cracks of my day. It does not demand everything from me. I don't sit in front of my phone all day long. There are days where every once in a while I'll have to work a little bit extra, like tonight, than others. But really, I set my own hours. I set my own schedule. Like, I truly can say I live a life of freedom and still make an income. And then you just inspire others to do the same. And then they join. And then this is how it just keeps going like this. So that is how coaching works. I love it. I can't explain enough how much I just want to see you take this and run with this and do what you feel God has called you to do with this. Right before I do any of these calls, I always pray and ask God to just prepare me to lead whoever it is, you who is watching this, and prepare to help you do what it is that He wants you to do with this business. And so I'm always so excited to see who joins, see who God calls to this. I know it's not for everybody, but if you feel the slightest tug, it's worth a shot. You're going to lose no money. You'll actually get your Shakeology at a discount. And so you're actually still saving money compared to what a regular customer would be doing. You can't lose out on this. So here's what you can expect from us on our team. You'll get team training calls that will educate you on what you need to be doing as a coach to be successful and help them as many people as you can. You'll get one-on-one training with me or your sponsor coach. You'll get small group trainings to help you meet your goals and even help you set goals, because how do you even know what goals to set? You'll get social media training because it's a wild world out there and we all need help with that. And then there's just countless support and video trainings on Beachbody's Coach Network website. So the biggest thing that you can expect from us is a safe place to dream big and change lives. Like I said, I see that Proverbs 31 woman, and she was out there doing amazing things, not only for her family, but also I believe for other people with her merchandise and her wool and flax. And she considers a field and buys it. Like I see this and I'm like, Lord, I want to work like her. And this allows me to do that in a way that still serves and honors my family. So what should you do now? You should message the person who invited you to this call. If that's me, you can send me a text message or an Instagram or Facebook message and let me or your coach, whoever invited you, know what kind of coach you think you want to be. After hearing this call, what do you feel like you're being led to do? Maybe it's nothing at this time, but let us know what it is you're feeling. How do you feel about it? And then from there, if you're choosing to become any type of coach, we'll set up a time to call and walk you through the enrollment process and get you started. And then we'll get you involved in a training group if you're wanting to be a hobby or a business building coach. So you will also get to be an apprentice coach in your coach's next challenge group and help out with that and just kind of see what that looks like. So there is that. Like I said, I pray for you. I am praying for you as soon as you get off this call, while you're listening to this call. And I'm just really thankful that you took the time to listen and learn about this. And I just, like I said, if you feel a tug, do it. You can't lose out. I don't know. I could keep going on for a long, long time about all my thoughts, but I'm going to go ahead and end there. Anyways, have a good night or day or whatever time you're watching this. And let me know what you think.